The Tan Army men are doing one of their first offensives in months. A lack of recent pressure has allowed them to do this. The Green Army now has to deal with Reds within their own lines. Additionally, the Oranges have splintered from the Greens, and their alliance is next to ruin. On top of all of that, the Greens are now having to deal with the Purples and Blues on another front, leaving the Tans open for their first offensive in forever. However, they are alone in attacking the Green border. The Blue Prime Minister is still tied up in a fortress siege, and the Purples don't seem to be the ally the Tans and the Blues truly wanted. Let's see if the Tans can pull this off themselves. Yo, what's going on, gamers? It's your boy, Daily Tactics here, and today we are back with some more Men of War Assault Squad 2, the Army Men Civil War, baby. And today we have the Green border here being defended by the Green Army men, and the Tans attacking said Green border. The Tans have some Sherman 76s, they have a large number of units, and they're coming from two different lanes, one in the forest and one over here down the main road. The Greens have a bit of a guerrilla style defense here. First of all, they have the actual border defense here, but then they've also got troopers sort of split up amongst the forest here in different foxholes and different small bunkers and things like that. They themselves have 3 tanks. They have one over here. Well, these are more like semi-tank destroyers slash semi-Shermans. It's a bit of a bizarre tank, actually. But they're defending with 3 tanks and a whole lot of troopers in this trench defense at the very end of the battle over here. So it should be very cool, very epic, very pug. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button. That would be so awesome. Subscribe if you have not already. And comment down below what you think of Army Men Civil War thus far. Either way, guys, let's get right on into this thing. Gamers, real quick, I just wanted to let you know that right now I am live on twitch.tv/dailytactics. Link will be in the description below if you want to come by, play some games with me after you watch this video or before you watch this video. I'd love to have you there. Thank you guys so much for listening to this quick little plug for my Twitch, and I hope you either come by or enjoy the rest of this video. Alright guys, see you later. Alrighty then, gamers, let's go ahead and get into this thing. We're gonna go in slow-mo for the start, and let's just watch the actual border defense for the beginning of this battle, and we can move on to the forest defense a little bit later. Either way, rapid gunfire comes out from both sides as the Tans make contact with the Green Army men defenders. This is a rather small map, so there's not a lot of build up to the battle. It's just sort of instant action going on here, with basically the border defense immediately here getting scrapped pretty hard. This tank is still somehow alive though, managing to get a lot of shots off from its machine gun in the front of it, as well as just sort of providing a bit of cover for the Green soldiers. Green soldiers in the back here, a couple of them getting hit by snipers probably from the Tans, but many more of them are managing to live. By the way, Scout still has his cone on to prevent him from licking his wound from his surgery. He just got neutered. Still a pretty big surgery for a puppy. So you know, we have to keep the cone on to make sure he doesn't lick his wound or anything like that, and break the stitches. So you might hear him clunking around in the background because he bumps into everything with it on. So just in case you hear some background noise, that's probably just Scout recovering a little bit. It feels so bad for him having to have that happen, but it's for the best. It's better for dogs overall and things like that, considering how many strays there are out there, especially in the part of the country I'm in right now. It really is better to get him neutered and get female dogs spayed and things like that, because or else you have a lot more dogs on the street, a lot more dogs without good homes and mistreated and things like that. So, you know, we're trying to do our part, although I do have to say it's a little painful having to watch Scout wear the cone and have to deal with an ouchie wound, but he's on painkillers, so he's doing all right and all that. Just, yeah, you know, he's dealing. Either way, the Tans here are taking quite a bit of flack from the greens. It seems like actually the green tank here did manage to go down eventually, but there are still 2 more remaining. One over here within these weeds, and then over here at the top of this hill defense, and it is just firing rounds down at the attacking tan troopers. The tans getting a bit low on infantry here. Their tank in the back here still firing away. Let's see how their force in the forest is doing so much better. They have so many more troopers over here. Yeah, they're doing okay in the forest. They've also got 1 tank over here going on a mini flank route over that way, as flanky as you can get, while the other tank up here seems to be more of an artillery tank, if you will. You know, it's kind of firing from afar, trying to support with some HE fire up top there. More of these foxholes being cleared out as green soldiers get absolutely domed in them. Poor chaps, it's really tough to see, boys. It is tough to see out there. All right. Either way, guys, you know, I've sort of alluded to this in the past. Ooh, this tank finally burst into flames. So there's only 1 green tank left alive, actually. This thing is likely to explode. Let's see if we can watch that happen. Either way, I've alluded to this in the past a lot, that I'm working on a big Army Men Civil War project. And I just have to say that project is finally sort of coming to fruition now, and I'm ready to sort of tell you guys what it is. It's a book. I've been writing an Army Men Civil War book that's going to go a lot more in depth into the lore of the different nations. It changes the storylines a little bit just to fit the narrative of the book a little bit better, and things like that. But I have run into a roadblock, which I actually wasn't about to announce the book until it was actually finished being written. I was gonna wait for that and make it into sort of like a fun little announcement trailer and things like that, but I ran into a roadblock and need your guys' input. So I've put a poll in the community tab of the channel. You can vote there, or just let me know in the comments here what you think. But I've realized that, you know, this book, it might be better in a series of smaller books around 200 pages, instead of what I have right now, which it's like sort of coming into the climax of the final act here, and it's more or less going to be like 600 or so pages. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, maybe this would be more digestible for my audience, because there are some younger readers out there in the audience who might not want to take on this massive book. It might be better to split it into multiple parts, and have it be a bit more of a series, so have it be like 3 or 4 different books, all about 200 pages long, and a little bit easier to read and digest for people in that regard. I don't know, I'm kind of playing with that idea. I kind of like that idea a little bit, I do have to say, but I still don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing just yet. So I put a poll up if you guys wouldn't mind voting on it in the community tab, whether or not you guys want it to be one long book or a series of shorter books. And I think either one could actually go well. I think either you know, would be nice. I think the content will still be there either way, but if it's a shorter book, then you guys are going to get a lot more content a lot faster, because it'll be almost done. I just need to revise it to be a little bit more surrounding of a smaller book, or a big long book, and it'll probably be released in like a year or so. So you guys vote for me if you don't mind, because currently I'm at a bit of an impasse. I don't know what to do, and I don't want to write more until I sort of figure that out. So please let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear it. Either way, the green defense of the border seems to be falling apart here quite a bit. Green soldiers are really just holding the final trenches in the back here, as well as a few random foxholes in the front are still managing to survive. The tans, I think, eliminated the 3 green tanks pretty promptly, and 3 green tanks, or sorry, tan tanks still remain. There's one here, there's one back here, and then there's one right here. And I think the fact that the green tanks completely failed in their battle against the tan tanks resulted in the infantry not really being able to withstand the HE shells of the tan tanks, as well as just sort of that armor coming forward can be very intimidating and break lines nonetheless as well. So I really think that the tans managing to win that tank battle won them this battle overall. These 2 green soldiers about to be flushed out by a grenade here. We can bump up the speed a little bit just because it's not so laggy now that most of the soldiers on the battlefield are dead. That grenade does manage to take out both of them, and if not for that, that a Piat would have just come in and destroyed them as well. Yikes! Oh my goodness, the last remaining green soldiers ducking under cover of whatever they've got going for them. Really, it's just the back line here that's still firing away. Hopefully they can manage to take out a few more Tans before they all go down. But at the moment, that might not be happening. The Tans are just coming forward in force, wiping out the last remaining green soldiers. I do have to say, these battles tend to be extremely quick for Army Men Civil War. I saw some people notice that as well, and were asking why these battles tend to be shorter than my Galaxy at War battles. And it's simply due to the realism of the mod we're using. Soldiers die in about 1 to 2 hits in these mods, and tanks die a lot faster too. So unlike, say, Star Wars Galaxy at War, where it's not based on a realism engine, that mod obviously results in longer battles because the soldiers are able to stay alive for longer, and it takes a bit more to kill each other. Whereas this, it's a lot more instantaneous, so the battles tend to be a little bit shorter. But either way, there we go. The Tans with a swift victory right there. Yellow or dead greens, red or dead Tans. Tans took a heck of a lot of losses, especially in the forest area over here. I mean, this was definitely a brutal battle for the Tan soldiers here. However, they did manage to succeed in their victory. The green forces, I really thought the greens would do a little bit better with how many defensive positions they had here and the number of foxholes littered throughout. I mean, look, these sort of bodies that are individually placed are mostly like foxholes and things like that. But still, the Tans were just overwhelming and managed to win. And I really do think it was their tanks that saved the day for the Tans here. Either way, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to hit that like button if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you haven't already. And comment down below some advice you guys have for me for writing these Army Men Civil War books. I'm so excited about them. I think they're going to be so fun, but it might be better if they were in a more digestible format. So I'm curious to read what you guys have to say about that. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. All right, guys, peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.